Hey guys, Michael Bland with S.I.S Global Investigations. I wanted to do another follow-up on the video yesterday about this Trump deal and weighing in on it. As far as from the security standpoint, I think now, and from what I'm seeing on the media and from other experts out there, other guys who've had sniper training, SWAT training, bodyguard training, the whole deal, I think as a 30-year investigator, where my mind is at now, slowly easing into things, is that, here's the thing. Even if there wasn't a conspiracy to this, the fact that the security was so negligible and blatant and obvious, as far as, again, that anyone could have done this clearly, from an 8th grader to a 20-year-old that has no real, obviously, in-depth, hardcore training and years of, military or years of law enforcement, or even a 20-year-old could be an avid shooter or a hunter by that age. But my point is, nothing, no expert level training, and to be climbing on top of a building where it's full of armed law enforcement. You got the Secret Service now saying it was local law enforcement's responsibility to secure that building. First off, it's a Secret Service. Their sole job is literally to protect the president. So that's complete BS. Generally, I think when they jump to also, whether they're trying to talk about the Secret Service director, the lady now, I forget her name, asking her to resign. Generally, I think that's a BS deal where they try to fire mayors, they try to fire police chiefs. They always just go after the person in charge. However, in this case, they were asking her if she should step down, and she said, no, I 1,000% think she should step down because, it is her responsibility. At the end of the day, everything else aside, everyone, and there's no excuses for something like that. And then where I'm going with this ultimately video here is that the fact it was so careless, it's impossible to now look at it, and say that that it wasn't in other words, you're saying it has to be a conspiracy. There has to be someone else involved. There had to be someone to help the kid. There had to be someone that let him do it, turned a blind eye. There had to be some step or, some level of malfeasance to let this happen. Because, and then also, if the kid did reach out to someone and planned this and told him he was going to do it, they could have let him do it, and then they could have told their snipers to be ready. Then when he does it, obviously, to finish off loose ends and then take out the kid. Because guess what? Who is there to talk about this then? No one. Just like these other incidents in the past. So they're going to leave no witnesses behind. And then they come and also, they save the day because they've shot the shooter. So the problem is, conspiracy theorists are going to have more than enough ammunition to fuel any theories at this point. And that's what gets me as the red flag too, is the 1,000 check boxes of safety check boxes that were ignored. And you can't, you can't explain that. No one can explain that away. There's no level of, I had a headache, the sun was in my eyes. No, these guys are professional, trained counter snipers. And if they said something about it was law enforcement or the cops' problem. Then the other day they said they had a lack of resources. Well, again, that's nobody's problem but the Secret Service. So clearly, first off, any big events I've ever seen in the past, or you've high profile things, any building that was obvious and close, or with a place where a sniper could be perched at, they'd had armed sniper teams there. And first off, as far as resources and manpower, it doesn't cost too much to have snipers on top of a building. They could have had snipers from state law enforcement SWAT teams, local SWAT team. They could have had a sniper team from a sheriff's department SWAT team. They could have called a neighboring state over for their SWAT team. But are you also telling me the federal government doesn't have enough SWAT guys? So the whole thing is so ridiculous that my mind is actually now quickly moving to the conspiracy side. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.